It's my anxiety.
My mom has been the sole provider for my sisters and I since the minute my father left for prison. Like, I can't stress enough how much my mom has worked. Everything will be resolved. My mom has everything under control and there's nothing to worry about.
Okay, so let's talk about Gia Giudice. She put out a TikTok video recently, hitting back at some online comments she's been getting.
It's interesting to see her address things so directly. She's really stepping into that public conversation herself.
Like, someone commented about her parents being felons.
Right.
And she basically said, you know, that was 10 years ago.
Referencing Teresa and Joe's legal stuff, obviously. It's a long time ago, but, you know, the internet doesn't really forget that kind of thing, does it?
No, it doesn't. And it clearly still follows the family. Then there were the comments telling her to pay your taxes.
Ah, yeah. That one's probably fueled by her parents' current situation.
But her response was, I'm 24 and file my own taxes, like drawing a very clear line.
Exactly. Trying to separate herself, saying that's them, this is me, which is fair enough, but difficult when your family is so public.
And she also tackled the apparent stuff, the claims about her having filler.
Oh, right. What did she say about that?
Just flat out denied it. I don't have any filler. Simple as that.
It's tough, isn't it? That level of scrutiny on, well, everything. Your face, your finances, your family's past.
Everything. And then she addressed leaving law school.
Uh-huh. Because there was talk about that, wasn't there?
Yeah. She said, I'm booked, busy, and happy. I graduated with a bachelor's degree in criminal justice and a minor in sociology.
Okay, so setting the record straight on her education.
Right. And she added, not accounting.
A little bit of shade there, maybe, given the family's financial issues.
Could be, couldn't it? A subtle nod. She finished the video basically asking why people can't be happy for her, wishing everyone peace and love.
You kind of get that frustration, though. Wanting to move on, build your own life, but constantly being pulled back into the family drama or history.
Especially when, you know, the backdrop is that her mom, Teresa, and stepdad, Luis Ruelas, are reportedly dealing with, what, nearly $3 million in backstate taxes?
Yeah, that's the context hanging over all this. So even when Gia says, I handle my own stuff, people are going to connect the dots, fairly or unfairly.
Which sort of brings us to the alleged Bethany Frankel angle.
Ah, yes.
Well, there's a report saying Bethany called Gia out, supposedly after Gia had defended her parents' finances somewhere else.
Okay, that sounds very Bethany.
The alleged quote is pretty sharp. Something like Bethany saying she made first million before I even knew who Gia Giudice was.
Oof. Okay.
And implying Gia shouldn't give financial lessons given her parents' tax troubles. She even apparently called Teresa and Luis a walking tax case study.
Wow.
And remember, Gia had previously told Bethany off for commenting on Teresa and Luis's finances.
Oh, yeah, you do remember that. Gia reminded her she was a mother with a daughter, right?
And said Bethany's TikTok paycheck wasn't worth it, so there's definitely some existing tension.
Yeah.
The report claims Bethany called Gia ill-advised and not educated about finances in response to those earlier comments.
So basically dismissing Gia's point as just uninformed instead of, defending her mom.
Seems like it. And allegedly, Bethany went on about having a multi-million-dollar company clean finance.
Drawing a very clear contrast.
And then this line, having the good sense to call a lawyer before I call a stylist.
Ouch. That feels like a very direct dig, doesn't it?
Then, to top it off, there was supposedly this offer to mentor Gia.
Oh, a peace offering.
Not exactly. The condition was allegedly that Gia had to bring a calculator and a tax return.
So less mentoring, more. Making a very pointed statement, almost sarcastic.
Feels that way. Now, we have to stress, this latest statement from Bethany, it's from a report, its authenticity hasn't been confirmed by Reality Blurb, who reported it.
Right. That's important. We're talking about alleged comments here.
And hey, if you enjoy getting these deep dives into the reality TV news and want to keep up with all the latest, make sure you subscribe. Hit that bell icon too, maybe. That way you won't miss our future conversations.
Absolutely.
Okay. Let's kick off with Erika Jayne. She's making waves again, especially about Garcelle Beauvais.
Ah, yes.
It seems to trace back to an interview Erika did, I think it was back in November.
Right.
Where she basically suggested, nothing is as it appears with Garcelle, implying she doesn't really open.
Entertainment Tonight, Erika said she wanted to see Sutton and Garcelle open up more about their real lives.
We want the juicy scoop. Like, what's happening?
What? I wish there was.
I understand.
Garcelle apparently confronted her, which led to Erika dropping that line, "I wish you were more interesting."
And the report says Garcelle kept it somewhat together on stage, but backstage, it was apparently "Fluck you, Erika."
Whoa.
But Erika apparently was really surprised by Garcelle's reaction at the reunion. She called it an explosion and felt her original comment wasn't that inflammatory.
Okay, moving on. Erika also talked about her RHOBH future.
She said she'll stick around until it no longer serves myself or housewives.
That's pretty straightforward. Businesslike, almost.
It really is. It kind of highlights the deal, doesn't it? It's a platform. It offers benefits. As long as that balance works, you stay.
And she seems open to new cast members for season 15, leaving it to production.
Totally. She gets it. Cast change. The network has a vision. Got to keep things fresh. It's pragmatic.
Now, shifting tone a bit, she had some really warm things to say about Teddi Mellencamp.
Oh, right, with Teddy's health battle.
Yeah, she admires how Teddi's seizing every day, called her so alive and so present, very inspiring. Sounds like a genuine friendship there.
It really does. And Erika pointed out something interesting, that fans maybe only saw part of Teddi on the show.
And now her full self is more visible.
Yeah.
Though, interestingly, she didn't get the matching tattoo with Teddi and Kyle.
Huh, yeah. I saw that. Guess friendship tattoos aren't everyone's preferred way of showing closeness, even in a tight group.
Fair point.
It always makes you wonder what's real, what's strategy, what's performance.
Okay, let's switch gears. Head south. Southern Charm. Taylor Ann Green's got updates on her relationship with Gaston Rojas.
Sounds like things are going well. She said it's going really well. And what really jumped out is why she feels it's going well. She talked about feeling secure.
Yeah, she contrasted it with past relationships, even one she called healthy, where she still felt anxious.
And she got specific, worrying what he's thinking, if he's looking at other Instagrams, liking posts. So what's making the difference with Gaston?
She mentioned his support, big time, especially after her brother passed and her friendship with Olivia Flowers ended. Really tough times.
Right. And she shared that anecdote about him asking, "How can I help you pick up the pieces?" instead of, backing away.
Shows he wasn't scared off by her being in a vulnerable place.
Absolutely. That kind of loyalty, that mutual support she mentioned, seems like that's the foundation, really grounding.
Totally. And she described his personality, too. Calls him a blunt, upfront New Yorker.
He will tell you how it is. He's blunt. I'll say it to your face.
How do you think that bluntness plays into her feeling secure?
Well, it probably cooks through a lot of the guesswork, right? If someone's direct, even if it's blunt, you kind of know where you stand. Less ambiguity to fuel those anxieties, maybe.
Makes sense. Okay, but you can't talk Southern Charm without some drama rewind. Taylor also touched on Austen, Kroll, and Boobgate.
Ah, yes. Boobgate. The situation with Sally Carson. Austen asking to see her breasts, Sally telling people.
And Taylor giving Austen the heads up about the chatter.
Right. And now Taylor feels like Austen threw her under the bus again over how it all played out. She said that on an after show.
Her exact words were pretty final. "I'm never going to give Austen a heads up ever again." Sounds like trust is gone there.
Yeah. Seems like a final straw situation. And then you have Rodrigo Reyes commenting that Taylor might seem delusional or like she has it out for Sally.
Oof. See, it gets messy fast. Everyone has a different take on the same events.
And Austen's defense, saying Sally was talking about a breast reduction, so it was like a last hurrah. He clarified it wasn't like he followed her into the bathroom.
It still doesn't really line up with how Taylor felt about it, clearly.
Not at all. It just shows how tangled these friendships get, especially with cameras around. Misunderstandings, hurt feelings. It escalates quickly.